feel pretty good.
I'm sure you do. Jesus Christ. You're very strange.
I'm very strange.
Yes.
In a good way.
Okay, so we were talking about me flunking out of school, and then you asked me a very triggering question of what's your stance on careers for this generation?
First of all, why is it triggering?
I was just joking. I thought you were gonna ask me something triggering. Or I thought that you thought it was triggering. Never mind.
I do have a strong stance on it because there's an issue with like not issue.
Issue with people wanting to work, not wanting to work.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. So it's like it's a bit of a nightmare right now for employers.
I mean, it's really hard too because I think with this new generation, and I feel like I was maybe an early adopter of my millennial generation. Like I was the only one in school saying like, I don't want to work for anyone. I just want to work for myself. And I was saying that like in first year, second year, and I didn't have any motivation to do school, but everyone else was like, I want to work at Microsoft and I want to work here and I want to be a physio at this clinic. And their whole aspiration was for someone else. But I feel like this generation is all like, oh my God, like I can do this. I can code. I can do this. Why am I working for this person when I can do this? And it's just like a different mindset, I think, because of Google literally and computers and the information available.
I think it's the information available.
Self-starting anything you want.
It's a combination of things. So I read this one article yesterday where like there've been like a couple of generations, and the last 3 generations or revolutions have really kind of impacted this current revolution. So with our grandparents, their main goal was survival.
Yeah.
Right? Get any kind of job, whatever it was, and you just stick to it. They were probably verbally abused, harassed, sexually harassed. Like they just took it and they stuck with the job.
Yeah.
Never left. And that's the industrial revolution, right? Our parents, they didn't have to worry about survival. Their parents took care of that. So their main goal was, like, I want a little bit more of a lifestyle now. I want to maybe take a trip every year. I want to maybe a second car. I might want to put my kids to college or something, right? So they had a couple more options when it came to work. They were a little more educated. This is now the tech revolution. So they're taking on different jobs. They're climbing that ladder. They're making a little bit more money, right? Mm-hmm. Now, our generation they dubbed it as the social revolution.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about survival. Our grandparents took care of that. We don't have to worry about lifestyle. Our parents took care of that because we all have a house. We all have some sort of culture in the sense that we
siblings. Yeah. Siblings who take care of siblings. Yeah.
People these days, what they want is quality of life.
Yeah.
Right. Which is not too much to ask for, but I think they're kind of using that hockey puck type of,
yeah.
They're taking it to the nines. And when you want to be in like leadership, or if you want to move up, but you only want to work 2 days a week.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. No, people, that's kind of like my issue too. When I started managing people in my career was I was always like, don't you have bills to pay? Like literally, like, do you care if you get fired? Like, do you just like, why is your work ethic so bad? And I agree. I don't know. I was raised too, like I was raised from absolutely nothing, like borderline poverty. It was only in the last like 10 years that my parents finally, like all their ventures took off and they were able to buy a big house and all of that. But like they always said, like, you work for every single penny, you operate on survival mode always. And like that drove me to, even when I was like freelancing and stuff, I always act like I'm about to lose everything. And like, I've kind of chilled out the last 2 years, but I was always operating on that mindset. And like half the people in my life say like, that's really toxic because all you do is work and you worry about, you pretend you have like a big family to feed. Just like people around me, like it's mostly friends who aren't doing a whole lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like literally, like my family doesn't say anything other than like, I don't know, she's acting normal, but yeah. No, I just like to act like I have a family of 8 to feed. I don't know.
Okay, if you're not busy these days, like you might be on the street. Like our generation can't survive without really hustling now, especially if you want to be in the city, right?
It's so true. Like I don't understand how people are going to move to Toronto. So the condo I was at literally a year and a half ago, I was paying 2,400, 2 bedrooms, like living on the waterfront, like living this like glamorous life. And now that same condo's 4,400.
Yeah.
I just looked yesterday.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I just told you how I'm renting out my condo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a little too small for you, but
Yeah.
even that, right? Like the rent prices just skyrocket.
But like, what on earth? Like, that's why I wonder, like, about people's work ethic at work. Because I'm like, where do you live? Like, do you like? Why aren't you working?
That's the thing, right? Like, there are, like, there's a couple things that piss me off, right? Because like, everyone says like, yeah, I'm busy, right? Like, that's bullshit. It negates it.
I
Everyone's busy.
freaking hate when people say they're
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, right. Like, what am I?
Oh
What am I
my
just like
God.
sitting at home? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's not that. Like, the people who tell me for 10 minutes how busy they are could have done whatever task it was. Like, how much time are you, like, people who, I feel like people aspire to be busy and, like, they need some sort of validation. Like, those are the people who are like, oh, I'm so busy, I'm blah, 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 blah. Like, shut up.
yeah, yeah. No, it does piss me off, and
We're both busy and we're sitting here.
you should. Yeah, I know, right? Like, everyone upstairs, they were telling me like, how the hell are you gonna do a podcast when you have this to run, you got another location, you got your own personal consulting business.
What are they doing right now? Well, they're working, but just I know,
No,
but just I just
no.
mean like after work, like
No,
they're
but
just
like,
gonna go home.
but they respect it, right? They're
Yeah.
just like,
Oh,
like,
okay.
you're doing a lot, right?
Oh,
Because we are busy. Like even you, like you worked all day and now you're here. Went from farmland to come to the city. So yeah, like you got to do stuff, right? If you're just gonna sit at home and play video games, like I play video games too. I just don't have time to do it,
yeah.
right? And it's at the bottom of my priority list.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about people who say they're busy. There's a priority list. And for me, sometimes video games is the highest priority because as a creative person, my mind needs to like be in that land. But
Yeah.
it really irks me when, they'll just text me a paragraph about how they're busy and like,
Yeah, I've had a conversation with like some of my previous staff members because they just kept complaining about how hard life is. I'm like, look, if I got paid to complain about how hard my life was, I'd be a freaking billionaire.
if there's people feeling like their life and their like there's no work harmony, like I don't like to call it work-life balance because that's just, you have to like integrate it properly. You have to like what you're doing, you know?
Yeah,
But-
it's just not black and white.
But then they should just find a different job if it's not energizing them. Like you can have busy days, but I just don't understand.
I think yeah.
Get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it because like, why are you complaining when you could change it?
Exactly. I don't know if I was just complaining or crying a lot. I think I was just crying a lot and people were telling me to leave. But, oh, shit. I was so busy, Amar, that I didn't even have time to tell you I was busy.
I know.
Like,
because
people who are busy don't have time to freaking complain about how busy they are.
that's the thing.
like-
I knew you were busy because first of all, you did a good thing about communicating that you're taking on this new role.
Yeah.
And you told me that, hey, you might have to put the pot on hold for a bit. just
I'm
'cause
really
you-
stressed out.
Yeah. And every so often I'll have a free time, free minute, so I'll just message you. And I didn't care that you didn't get back to me because I knew you're busy. But every time you didn't get back to me, it was like a one-liner. I was like, I'm so swamped. I'm so sorry. I gotta push it, which is completely fine. I got to that point where I'm just like, dude, just focus on
Yeah,
this.
not like complaining, just like literally, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're like crying at the moment.
Yeah, no, like it is a good thing, right? Because like we pushed this back.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're doing it now. But like when you're busy, you prioritize.
Yeah. Or if you're in a toxic workplace.
Yeah, no. Well, you got out, so.
Well, like even when I was working there, I wasn't busy after 6. I was like usually in absolute like just tears, like a complete mess. And then I don't know if you feel this way after you cry for a while, but you just pass out. Amar's a man, he doesn't cry.
No, hey.
I'm
You know
just
what?
joking. I'm just joking.
Sometimes you gotta stew in the sadness, which is what I say a lot of times.
I'm sure people can resonate. Like when you just crying and you're so mentally exhausted, you just freaking pass out at 6 p.m. You wake up at 6 a.m., check your emails. You're like, there's no break. Like, you're just in this like vicious cycle of toxicness, and you might have a dog to take care
Yeah.
of.
Right.
But like, yeah,
I get it. Sorry, I'm just like gotta text my wife for a sec.
no problem. Is Irby okay?
No, she's fine. There's someone coming to like build our fence, and I think I was supposed to be at home, so I'm making my wife do it now.
Don't worry, he'll be home soon.
I just told her that like, yeah, my wife's home. Now I got a message earlier. I'm like, yo, where are you? Gotta go on.
So when are you doing to your fence?
So I got my driveway redone.
That's
So
nice.
we just had to put the rail back.
Put the what back?
The rail? I think that's what you call
Rail?
it. The fence around the porch. Right? The fence.
Why did it need to be taken off?
Because so with the driveway guy, he redid the porch as well.
Oh. Pickering home renovations.
Yeah, no, honestly, we were just so tired of paying money into the mortgage. We were like, let's do something for ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
Why did it just make me sick?
honestly, it's a bad time to get a mortgage. And it does suck. Because, like, I was literally talking to my wife this morning. I was like, with how hard we work, and we're doing decent, it just all goes into the mortgage. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't have a mortgage. As long as you can.
You know what I kind of like going from like the toxic workplace to like the farmland has made me realize I feel like the next bout of work is just going to be people wanting to farm. Just why not?
Nice.
Why not just like grow your own berries and cucumbers and sell it to stores?
That sounds.
And then just go shopping for the kids and come home and plant and water.
I think you were born like 40 years too late. Like that's.
Like, I had another mom
Wrong era.
texting me, and she's just like, wouldn't it be nice if everyone could just farm? And I'm like, I used to like make fun of farmers when I was a kid, and I just aspire to be a farmer right
Oh,
now.
wait a second. You're so big on tech, right? You're a tech girl,
I keep up to date, yeah.
right? So, would you really want that?
I would love. Oh, honestly, I have to come back to the city sometimes because I start to
We went through this. In
yeah.
The first pod.
I need to change my clothes. I need to just
You can change your clothes up there.
No, I change my clothes at Goodwood. I just mean I need to put earrings on. I need to look.
But why?
It helps my brain.
But what caused it that your brain needs that?
I just need my brain. I just need to come back.
That's
I don't
fair.
know, I just need to
That's
come
fair.
back.
I just really want to corner you there.
I just need to come back. I wear earrings at Goodwood too, all the time. I only got my ears pierced 2 years ago.
My daughter still doesn't have it pierced.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
I mean, let her decide
That's what I'm
if she
saying.
wants to pierce her
I
ears.
get a lot of flack from my mom or my grandma. I mean, I get it. That they're conditioned to think that way, that a girl should be
Yeah,
ears pierced when she won't feel much.
yeah.